Hello, this is Josh from Advanced Camping, bringing you another video tour. This is on the 2019 Winnebago Revel we just got in, and man does this thing look cool. Just got a super cool factor to it. We're on the 4x4 Mercedes Sprinter chassis here. You're gonna still get 18 to 22 miles to the gallon. You're gonna have all the great features that go along with the Mercedes, the blind spot assist, lane keeping assist. You actually get crosswind assist built right in on this one as well. If it gets too windy, it'll actually activate the ABS brakes in certain places to straighten you out without you even having to think about it. And of course, the four-wheel drive is can also engage. And if you've ever driven a four-wheel drive truck, when you're trying to make a turn, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It kind of slips and skips around a little bit. You're not going to have that issue here. The turning radius is just as tight in four-wheel drive as it is when you're running in two-wheel drive. So you're going to have that nice tight turning radius no matter where you are. But this is definitely for the outdoor adventurer. You know, if you want like a more luxury RV, you know, this may not be the one for you, but this is definitely for the outdoor enthusiast who really wants to bring kayaks, bikes, who's really going to, you know, use this you know, as a more utilitarian vehicle as well. As it is four season, you're going to have a nice S-bar system in here that's going to give you radiant heat throughout, and it's also going to have its glycol antifreeze coils that run through the whole thing. It'll actually wrap around the insulated tanks in here to make it truly four season. So it's really, you can go anywhere off the grid. It's got the solar panels on the roof. You know, you're all ready to go with that. You have 3 big Group 31 batteries on here. You've got a 2,000 watt inverter. So you are ready to go anywhere off the grid or off the beaten path with this thing. So it's going to definitely have some cool factor there. It's just going to get you places that you couldn't normally go in a typical Class B RV, as normally you're just kind of going places that you would just take your car because the clearance just isn't high enough. We certainly don't have that issue here. We do have lit up running boards down here. That looks really cool at night. You know, we're gonna have a table that folds down here that kind of makes for like a little outdoor patio area. You know, if you want to have like a little picnic table, this is perfect. Comes with a little leg so you can support that. And you have, let's just get this tightened down here. And you do have a lighted power awning up on the top there, and that does have a wind sensor as well. So if it gets too windy, then it's just going to automatically bring itself in. And it's armless, so you just push a button, comes out, push a button, comes back in. Don't have to mess around with the arms anymore, which is a big plus for sure. Definitely a big plus. Let's take a quick look around the vehicle here. And we've got the graphics removed on this one, so it definitely gives it a cleaner look. We're going to have solar panel prep here. That's going to be if you want to plug in another solar panel. And the solar panel charger will take up to 500 watts. So if you do want to add another 200 watts of solar, you can. And we have outside outlets. We'll have the ladder here, and this ladder is incredibly convenient because you can really mount it anywhere on this set of rails. So all the way anywhere up there, you're going to be able to, you know, mount that ladder and be able to climb up if you have you know, kayaks or bikes or something like that up there, or gear. You know, you're definitely going to be able to access that very easily no matter where it is on the coach. Also in the back here, there's going to be a hitch. You can tow 5,000 pounds, and does have the 7-pin wiring all set up for towing. We do have shore power plug-in here, of course. The only thing you're going to need that for is going to be the air conditioner. That one will not run off the 2,000 watt inverter, so you will have to be plugged in for that, or running your own personal generator. Our cassette toilet's going to be right out here. You really need two hands to open that up, otherwise I'd try and pop that open for you. But it comes out, and it kind of, the nice thing about it is, aside from being insulated and being four season, you can really empty that anywhere. You don't have to find a dump station like you do with any traditional RV. You can use a toilet or you know, something like that. So that's going to be a nice plus. We'll have our city water fill for the freshwater tank right there, and we'll have our other running board down here. The exhaust port is from that S-Bar diesel heating system. So there's no propane on board at all. No propane. It's all going to run on that diesel fuel from the engine. Beautiful look on the front here, that Mercedes emblem. I mean, it's just got such a cool factor, especially with that blocker that blocks, you know, basically the wind and the elements from hitting the solar panel and everything else up on your roof. Just looks super cool. And let's see if we can't take a look. So we have the Kiwi interior on this one. Definitely has a unique, very sharp, aggressive look to it. I think it looks super cool myself. You have the beautiful green Kiwi wood, and that's also going to accent nicely with your little sofa here. You can sit two there. This also converts into a bed if you brought someone else along. And there's going to be a pull-up table here, so if you can swivel the driver's seat 180 degrees and use that as a table, kitchen table if you wanted to. And the passenger side does swivel 180 degrees as well. Let's take a quick look at the cockpit here. And so again, you know, aside from some of the things we touched on with the 4x4, the lane keeping assist, you're just going to have a lot of extra room. You know, especially for taller people, you know, sometimes the ProMaster just doesn't work out as, you know, it's going to be a little bit too tight in terms of legroom. You're gonna have a lot of legroom in the Sprinter here, a lot of extra height as well. When you stand up in here, you don't immediately bang your head, which is something I noticed almost immediately. So that feels a lot nicer. Then we have the Mercedes Becker nav system in the center here. That's going to give us satellite navigation. You know, it's going to hook up to our phones. It's pretty much going to do everything you want it to do. And yeah, just a beautiful Mercedes chassis. Again, 18 to 22 miles to the gallon. Leather wrapped steering wheel. Just gonna have a lot of extra features with this Mercedes chassis that's gonna make it go off the beaten path and also make you very safe on the road. So wherever you are, you're gonna be in comfort and you're gonna be very safe. So let's take a look at some of our panels over here. So we have our bed control here. I'll show you in just a second how that works. We have our thermostat right here. And we can turn our furnace on, hot water heater. We can turn the fan on here too. Really nice fan. It comes with a screen kit for the back and the side here that also screens the whole side and back off. And let's take a quick look at the fan up here. And it is going to have a wind sensor built right into it, or I'm sorry, not a wind sensor, a rain sensor that'll automatically close it up if it does start to rain. And you know, it's going to be very easy to control, and it really moves a lot of air. A lot of people underestimate just how much air this thing really moves in a small area like this, especially when you screen things off, because it really sucks air through and gives you a nice cross breeze there. So just really gives you a lot of extra breeze. A lot of people don't even need to use the air conditioner the majority of the time. So let's take a look here. We'll have our inverter control, solar panel control here. That's pretty much all going to control itself. You really don't have to mess with any of that. Water heater is going to be a on-off type thing right here. We'll be able to turn our water pump on and off over here. We're also going to be able to check our tank levels, which is really nice. It's all going to be digital panels, which is going to make that very easy. In the kitchen, we have our recessed sink here, which is really nice. Gives us extra counter space. We're going to have our induction stove, and that will run off the inverter here. So that's going to be really nice. You can run that right off the batteries if you so desire. And we will have a little refrigerator down here. Opens up. There is a little, little freezer in there too. So definitely a nice addition here. That's all compressor based, so you don't need to run the propane or anything like that. So it's all going to run right off the batteries, and the battery's going to be recharging off the solar. Also, when you're running the engine, driving down the road, you're definitely going to get some power in there as well. So let's take a look at the bathroom. This is probably one of the coolest things I like about the Revel, is it doubles so nicely. I mean, one of the biggest complaints we've ever gotten as a Class B dealership is, well, I'm never going to use the bathroom. So, you know, they really did a smart thing here and made it sort of double as a closet. These bamboo treated wood boards here just come off nice and easy to make into your full shower and bathroom area if you want to, but it also doubles as wet storage, which is really cool. So if you wanted to put like muddy boots or wet clothes or something like that in here, this is all treated wood, so it's not going to get damaged at all by water. So that's going to be a really cool thing there too. If you want to make it a huge clothes closet, you can do that too. You know, there's a power fan in there for when you want to use it as a shower. It does work out very nicely any way you want to use it. So very, very smart engineering. And let's talk a little bit about the insulation. I think you can't really talk about the Revel without talking about the insulation a little bit. Making this true 4-season, they added automotive insulation all throughout instead of the typical RV R7 insulation that they'll put in, that as soon as you rock around a little bit in this thing and the jiggles, that RV insulation is just going to fall after a while and sort of settle. Where the automotive insulation, it's more expensive to produce that way, but it does give you a much better insulation that's going to stand the test of time and give you better insulation in general rather than just foam RV insulation. So the whole thing is covered in automotive insulation to give you a much better experience even in cold weather. So definitely a big plus. And also the windows in here, take a quick look here. Now these are acrylic windows with an R factor of 2.5, and they're dual paned, so you're gonna get a normal window, for instance, just has a 0.5 R factor of insulation. This is going to have 2.5, so you know, even the dual pane windows are going to help you get even better insulation throughout here. So you know, they really spared no expense in making this completely rugged. They know it's going to be off-road sometimes too, so that insulation isn't going to fall over time like it would in a normal RV. It's built very, very tough. So really cool features on here. And we have the Euro Loft, which is your power bed here, and you can really have it in any position you want. Right now I just have it in the bed position. Let's take a quick look at that. So you know, there's going to be fiberglass out flares on both sides, so a taller guy like me, 6'1", can easily lay down on here. So you know, you can put this in any position you want. So if you did want to sleep with the bed up a little bit, you still can. It's still going to support you. And you know, it just depends what you're storing underneath here. Is there's still a decent bit of storage right underneath that really gives you a decent amount, even when it's all the way down. But of course, the nice thing here, you can bring it up, and once the bed is completely up, and again, remember, you could drop it, you could stop it here and sleep in this position if you wanted you know, more gear and stuff like that underneath there. There is tie downs back there to kind of keep your gear nice and tidy. And you know, also, you know, if you have bikes or something like that, it's just going to be great for that. So air conditioner is also going to be back here. So when you're in bed, that'll be, there's little vents you can control to blow on you if you wanted. But yeah, now we're going to have 140 cubic feet of space in here, ton of space, and it's just going to, you know, give you all kinds of extra room. And if we look in the back here, I'm going to kind of bend down. We also have an exterior shower port, so if you wanted to open the back door and rinse your feet off, or if you have a pet, that's going to be absolutely perfect. It comes with a quick connect hose that you can easily connect on and off there. And in the back here, we're also going to have another nice acrylic window. There is going to be plug-ins, lights, plenty of that all throughout. So, you're definitely not going to go wanting in terms of power. And, you can see kind of the tie downs all throughout here too. It's really going to tidy up your gear, or if you have bikes or something like that, it's going to be absolutely perfect. And there is heat that ducts back here too. That's from that S-bar system, so there's going to be some radiant heat. And that's not going to be like a real dry heat, like a typical forced air furnace. It's just going to be a radiant heat system it's a hydronic system that's going to heat up a glycol mixture, and it's just going to give you sort of a slow, quiet heat versus a very harsh, drying heat from forced air. So big plus there, absolutely. So this is our 2019 Winnebago Revel. It is totally loaded with everything. If you are interested, please give us a call here. Again, my name is Josh. You can reach me here at 414-281-6330. Please feel free to check our website for current stock and price information on this one. Our website's going to be advancedcamping.com. If you like this video and want to see more, please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you and have a great day.